Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is BrasorKuffour. I'm very happy to be with you today. For those who are new, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. So today I want to talk to you about 5 major things you need to get rid of before you start your journey. You remember I spoke about Ruth and her mother-in-law and how Ruth decided and was so determined to make it work in a land where there was a lot of hardship going on, and how she was humble, and through her determination and humility she was able to get a man for herself. 2020 was very hard. We all had plans and goals, but due to the pandemic, we all couldn't achieve our goals the way we wanted. And 2021 should be a bit different. I mean, the corona is still there, but we have learned a little bit how to live with it. There are rules and regulations we all now know and are used to, so it's not really like a surprise. We can still achieve major goals. In Proverbs 16:9 says, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. It is true, we all have plans, but if we don't place God first, if we don't put it in prayer, we might think that we are really doing the best or doing the right thing, not knowing that it is not actually God's perfect will. And God's perfect will is the most important thing for us to know and fulfill. Yes, so let us begin.
And don't get worried or bothered, for I'll be looking down on my screen here with me whenever I will have to read a scripture. So let us begin.
So these 5 major points to get rid of. Number 1, vision destroyers. Number 2, your past failures or mistakes. Number 3, laziness. Number 4, addictions. And number 5, debts. Number 1, vision destroyers. In 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, don't be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. It's true. If you have friends or family members who don't wish you well and you are still close to them, it's very important to really get rid of such people. They are toxic and they are not good for you at all. There are as well people, friends, who are just there for a meantime. They are not really there for the long run, and you have to understand that these people are there in life. Okay, they are there, but you have to know when to bring them in and bring them out whenever you don't need. There are as well friends who tend to just waste our time because we force ourselves on them. When someone does not understand your zeal or your ideas, don't force them to. Yes, because everybody has different purposes, and if he does not understand your purpose, doesn't make your purpose less important. You have to know that what you believe in, which is Christ's purpose for you, and focus on it. As well, the last point is that if you now have realized your purpose, most of the time we always need people who understand our purpose. These people are called vision helpers. They are very important, but very rare. And for you to get connected to people like that, you need to pray. It's only God that can lead you to such people. When you have people like that by your side, it's so easy to do what you have to do. So let's go to the second point. Your past failures or mistakes. A lot of us dwell on our mistakes, thinking that what will people think about me? when I achieve this goal, I know I've done a mistake before. Can I be able to still finish it? Won't I still do the same mistakes? All these thoughts are just time wasting. You have to concentrate and know that you can make it work for you. In Philippians 3:13-14, Paul was speaking to the Philippians. Let us read. Brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. Paul knew that if it was not for Christ, he wouldn't have been called Paul. He knew his mistakes. I mean, we all know that Paul thought he was doing the right thing during his time, and actually he was doing the wrong thing. And through Christ, his eyes were open, and he realized that he was actually doing a big mistake. And nevertheless, his mistake did not pull him or make him to be stagnated. He focused now on the truth, which is Christ, and that was the message he was given to the Philippians in his time. And as well, just know that you have to get rid of people you should have gotten rid of long time ago. If you're still having people around you who led you to do mistakes or are toxic to you and will still push you to doing more mistakes, just get rid of such people. They won't help you. Friends that will always tell you that, forget about the time, let's go to the party, this party is going on there. Such things will lead you to for you to do more mistakes. Just get rid of such people. A clear mind is very important. You have to have a clear mind to focus, to plan well, to move on perfectly. And thinking a lot about negativity won't help you. You have to really tell yourself that I have done it, I have learned from it, now we move forward. That is the mindset that you need. Let us go to the point 3. So, laziness. We can be our own problem. Yes, if we don't stand up and take action. We can have great ideas, we can have great visions, but when we don't stand up and work towards them,
they are just ideas.
Yes, and we have to stop being our own obstacle. Don't be afraid. If it's fear, you pray against it, that God will help you against fear. But most of the time it's laziness. It's not really fear, it's just laziness, thinking that as long as I've prayed, God will give me or someone to fulfill my dreams. Prayer is good. Prayer is really good. But prayer without action is just prayer. You have to work yourself. God is always doing his part. God is always doing it. As long as you are working with Christ and you are doing his perfect will, he has already opened the doors. The doors are open for you.
So don't just pray and work. Yes,
taking break is good, but only good when you have achieved a particular goal for the main goal. Yes, and if you take a break, don't make the break to be like a whole 3 months break. Nah, then you were not serious at the first place. You have to be serious. Know that, okay, I can take maybe 1-2 days off to clear my mind and have a fresh mind to restart again or to continue. So just put down a table plan, or set down a table plan for yourself, when to take a break, when to work, and all that. There's always time to work. We always say there's always time to work, there's always time to play, there's always time to be serious. Just know when the time is right. Number 4, addiction. We all have addictions. Me sitting next to you, I have an addiction. I know, but I know how to tackle it. We all have our phones. Nowadays, social media is much more important than before because of the lockdown. We tend to communicate only through phones and social medias. Yes, it's true, but some people misuse the advantage. Yes, they tend to misuse it too much and thinking that, oh, nobody will talk about if I use my phone every single time, because they know that there's no other means. If you let that mindset be there, you will really not be serious in what you want to do. Yes. Some people are addicted to TV. Some people are addicted to alcohol. There are some people, they are addicted to gossip. Just talking to friends 24 hours. It's also an addiction. And we really have to agree with ourselves that, yes, I have a weakness. I want to work on my weakness. And I need God to help me to work on my weakness. And how can we accept the fact that we have a weakness and place it in front of God? It's through prayer. It's through prayer, determination, focus, telling yourself that, yes, I want to get rid of this addiction. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God has given us the strength, the power to tackle such negativity in our lives. So let us go to the last point. Debts. Yes, debts. And I'm not talking about money alone. I'm talking about general debts, whatsoever, promises that you have made, etc. You know what and whom you owe. So I encourage you, really, it's beneficial if you have really set a plan on how to settle people you have promised or whom you owe. It will give you a free mind to think well about your own. For every plan, money is needed. We all know that for every plan, money is needed. It's not all about, just going outside. Sometimes you have to travel. You have to buy some stuff, etc. And it requires money. And if you tend to owe a lot of people, you won't have enough to acquire all such things. And if you don't have the money yet, don't feel like I still have to start because other people are finishing ahead of me. If you don't have the money yet, really take your time. Take your time, work, do your normal work, and save enough money. Have enough to begin with. It won't be good if you go outside and borrow and get more debts. No, it won't be good, because then your mind will be divided, because you have to then work a lot to pay the other person off. It's not good for you. So a slow started but well prepared journey is better than a quick started but unprepared journey. Prepare yourself. If you get there late but well, you finish the race, the journey perfectly, it's better. Seriously, it's better. So don't be discouraged because others are finishing ahead of you. You are doing just fine. So I'll come back again with more goodies, more motivational topics, and I wish you all a wonderful day. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll meet again next week Friday. Have a wonderful time. Bye.